All right, we're back. We're back live
What
here.
up? Hello,
Got a little different
every
view.
single listener. Yeah, I'm actually curious if my stuff's uploading because I've got a little bit of a different view. Upgraded the office with a couple monitors. Got a webcam now. So,
Oh, I got you uploaded too.
all right, cool. I'm uploading. Cool. We'll
Yeah,
see how this goes. I'm
nice.
curious. So
What
yeah,
spurred what spurred the Office update? By the way, just felt like you needed to switch some
um,
shit up here.
yeah. You know what? It was just kind of one of those things where wanted to switch it up a little bit, getting a little burnt out on the setup. Kind of want to feel a little bit more refreshed on stuff. My kids are going back into school, and I was kind of like, hey, they're getting new shoes for school. Dad needs his new shoes for school. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, just bought a couple different monitors, got a different stand up desk. But the stand up desk is something I wanted just for like my back and just quality of life and being able to hit a button and stand while work. I think it's definitely worth it. Just maintaining your body, right?
I got lucky here in this Airbnb. I'm working at a desk right now. I'm sitting down, but this desk is it's a standing desk. It's sick too because it's got like four like presets of levels, so you could just hit like two and it'll
Oh,
go to like
cool.
whatever level like you have the preset. But yeah, it's like a little up or down that I could pull up and down. I wanted to ask, do you like when do you use your standing desk? Are you like literally like
I
all the
just got
time
it,
doing it?
so I'll let you know.
True.
I just got it, so I don't know. I've had a standing desk in the past, and a lot of times I remember when I wasn't doing like production work. That's when I would like to do the standing, and I'm like cruising on emails, answering stuff, a little bit more casual, or reviewing something. Especially this one's pretty big, so I can kind of like lean into it, and stretch. So I don't know. Next podcast, I'll give you an update and see where we're at.
I was just gonna say I can't like do deep work and stand up. I'll take like client calls standing. I probably could be a little bit better,
Yeah,
but usually like calls standing. But like actual production work, yeah, I'm usually sitting down. So let me know how
makes
you
sense.
end up doing that.
Yeah, and sorry for the mess back there. If I showed you more, it's quite horrific after getting everything done in this room yesterday. Cool, but yeah, I think today we wanted to do a kind of impromptu audit.
Do a little
Um,
live audit here.
yeah, a little live audit. So here, let me share my screen here. Let's see if this is going to work. Screen share. We're going to select the target. So
So
I
this
had
is
talked
literally
about,
live, having no idea who this
yeah.
audit's going to
So
be
we
for.
had talked about maybe doing audits based on what niche they are in and type of business. So like B2B or lead gen or e-commerce. You mentioned wanting to do something for lead gen. I've had experience running campaigns for auto insurance companies. So I was like, hey, why don't we just Google auto insurance quotes or whatever, and we can pick one and see what they're doing. So not sure if you've
I
got
wonder how
a.
much that cost per click is. I'm gonna see if I could pull like a just a quick estimate here. But why don't we pick one of these? Because dude,
What
these are
about this
probably like
guy?
20, 30, 40
Compare
bucks.
cheap insurance quotes.com.
All right, let's do
That
it. You
is,
want to click on it?
dude, this is a total affiliate, but yeah, let's do it. Let's cost them $1. Let's open a new tab.
CompareCheapInsuranceQuotes.com. Okay,
Ooh,
it's incredible.
yeah. Let me give you the URL. I'll drop it in. Do we have chat in here? Yeah, we do. Okay. Where is the chat? Live stream chat
Oh, I just went
participants.
right
What's
to it.
that? Okay. I just want to make sure. Not no. How do I send you a chat? Here we go.
I
I'll just
think
drop it
in
in there. All right, I just dropped the chat in there. Okay, so you have the URL. There is actually, you know what? Let me give you the full URL so you can actually look at the URL structure because I think that's going to be something too. If you see it in the chat, I just dropped it in there. Let's see if I can
oh nice, I got it.
move this. All right, move this over. You see, that's funny. Okay. All right. So I don't know. I'm just looking at the URL string here. It's got like / router, Google, vehicle. So it's definitely some custom coding as far as the UTM's type SEM affiliate false interesting. Um,
You know what I think this is? I think this is.
Mm,
I was just gonna say. I think this is auto tagging. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive. Like sometimes with auto tags, it'll create like a G-CLID, like a Google Click ID, and if
yeah.
you have in like your Google Ads account enabled like auto tagging, and it usually like works well with like HubSpot or Salesforce to get some of like the like source medium data and stuff like that in there. I think that's what it is like an auto tagged URL. Um,
I wonder if this looks
Unless this is
better
like
on
a
mobile.
custom CRM one.
Yeah, it might be. I wonder if this looks better on mobile because right away on desktop, this looks pretty shit. Um, on mobile, okay, it looks better on mobile. Because that's the thing, too. It's like these guys are trying to make it as simple as possible, right? So someone comes in and just clicks. Um, they didn't have the 3 option on desktop. I wonder why that is. That's weird. So I bet this thing
And
is
then I
optimized
went
for
directly
mobile.
to compare cheap insurance quotes.com, and it's a different site, but
Yeah.
same logo. So they definitely have a
Okay.
ton of different sites out here in play. But let's at least
All
start
right.
with
So
this one, like what we initially think about the structure.
yeah. So I'm just going to go for usability real quick. They are using kind of a progressive bar for this experience. Really, I mean, this is probably definitely optimized for mobile. Just how easy this thing is, as far as like dumb numbers, right? Like big logos, nothing crazy. They have their accreditation stuff in here. Yeah, you're getting through a funnel now. Here, I wonder when they start asking for user information. Let's see, male, married, sure. I'm just clicking on the first ones. Okay, so now you get a little bit more questions. Continue, whatever. Wow, a lot of questions. So you're 84 complete. So now they get in the dates. Let's just do. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see if this even works. Invalid birth date. Okay, so that form valids works. Sorry, I'm just. What?
I think that first one did an update for you. There you go.
Okay. All right. So then they hit you here. So they'll probably collect it. Let's just do Steve or sure, and let's see if they
Stever.
detect anything. Stever at Gmail. Sorry, Stever. Continue. So we're in. So they collected that. Now they get in the address. San Diego. That's based on my IP because I didn't give them that information.
Jeez.
Home and auto quotes. I didn't ask for an auto quote. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop here. I don't feel like going through. So yeah, definitely affiliate push through. And you said the main website's completely different.
Yep.
So they probably have some sort of arbitrage where I mean, what's the cost per click for auto insurance quote? What did you pull for that? Did you get that?
Let me pull that right now.
And I want to see
Go
something
back to that
too.
main site there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pull that up real quick. Copy link. Okay, so this is their main site. Okay, yeah, different feel. They're auto detecting IPs, but it's like I wouldn't trust this site for sure. So I think they're getting for the quick hit coming through. Like make it super easy for you to fill out. Because I bet if I look on this on mobile, let's refresh. I bet it looks, yeah. See, super easy, right? Like don't think about it. Don't even look up who we are as a company. Just give me your rates, and then it gets into the form process. And it did remember me too, so they have some good cookie remembrance there. So yeah, total affiliate just coming through. Which hey man, they've got a formula here on how simple. Maybe like this is a good point to call out of like how simple this process is, right? Kind of law of first principles. Just make it super easy for them to fill out the form and progress them through. That's all they're trying to do here for it. I bet these guys have no SEO rankings. So this is probably just purely let's see, purely just a yeah.
Let me show you what I just found on. I mean, yeah. So you got Ahrefs.
Yeah, cheap auto insurance. Yeah. Did they tell you the cost per click? Yeah, that's bullshit. There's no way that cheap auto insurance is $3.76.
So I'm seeing.
Here, if you want to share your screen, I'll stop so you can share.
Yeah, let me share my screen here real quick.
Complete affiliate arbitrage. I'm so surprised that auto insurance is still a niche people can find the revenue for that. coming through. They must have a really good affiliate deal with auto insurances. I know the auto insurance company I worked with in the past, they had a agreement with, one of their divisions was for affiliates, and they would pay
Has
a good
to.
amount per lead. Yeah.
So this is that domain. This is the root domain, advertising research. Again, I called out SEMrush in a previous pod. Not the biggest fan, but at least for this, it'll give you some insight.
Yeah.
SEMrush is saying they spend $20 million on media
Let's see
costs.
what Ahrefs says.
$20 million. That's insane.
Well, let's see. On a monthly
About a
basis,
million
these
traffic
guys are.
hits per month and 11,000 keywords. And look at some of these keywords in here. Insurance quotes, average cost per click, $30. Cheap car insurance, 34. Car insurance, 25. Auto insurance quotes,
Holy shit.
$50. Car insurance quotes, 47. Like,
I think
again,
that's
this is
pretty
not going to
accurate, man,
be,
because SEMrush is showing a daily spend of over $200,000.
it's insane. So like I could definitely see some of these keywords being in that ballpark for, 30, 40, $50. And at that level of spend, clearly something. This is such a cool that we like randomly came across these guys. So clearly something's working here because like again, if this isn't like 100% accurate, I can tell you it's got to be directional. They're spending probably at least $1 million per month. 20 million per month seems like a shit ton, to like actually like spend that much. But dude, they're spending like 20 grand a day, or what they're estimating here. Like,
What do
very
we think
interesting
their
to see
cost per
that.
acquisition is? Because let's say, all right, let's do a quick analysis. Like, what is that per day on how many clicks
So
they're going to
20 mil.
produce? That's in a month, right? The 20 mil?
Yep, in a month. It's called 30 days. So that's like 600 grand a day, 660 a day.
Do we have traffic numbers for that? Or like, I'm just trying to get how much traffic they're going to boil down into.
It's saying 1.1 million
For that 200,000?
for that
200
20
million?
million in
Or sorry,
spend.
20
You
million?
get 1.1 million in traffic. Yep.
All right, so let's take a 1.1 million. I'm just doing a quick calculation over here. So let's just say $1 million or 1 million visitors. All right, so I got 6 zeros there. What do you think the conversion rate is? Let's times that maybe by 10%. That's probably a good rate.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, 5%,
I could see that.
10%.
Okay, so right, so that's 100,000 leads that they get a month that they didn't sell, right?
And what do you think they're selling? Let me ask you this. Do you think they're selling to insurance companies per lead they're buying or actual qualified or, hey, like this turned into a paying customer here?
I think it's just the pass off of the lead. That's it.
Pure
Not
lead based?
actual
Yeah.
insurance. They might have a bonus structure afterwards. Sometimes they then resell leads too. I've seen that happen. They know that, hey, this lead has been sold twice, but hey, they're giving it to you. I'm not sure what the going rate would be, but I guess what's the math to cover that 20 million? At least. So let's see, 20 million divided by 100,000. What is that? Am I doing this right? I'm never that smart with numbers. The amount of zeros: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 20 million divided by 100,000. That's to break even with that number. They would have to be $200 per lead.
Yeah. Do you think
Is
that's
break even?
reasonable?
I was thinking probably
Like for
under
an insurance
$100, to be
company to pay for
honest.
that? Do you think like $100?
I would think it'd be under $100, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
What do they got?
Yeah, let's see like what that says. And I know like some of this is going to be like a little bit of a, guessing game here. Like we don't know their exact spend in traffic, but I think it's definitely safe to say they're spending millions of dollars a month and they're just paying, they're getting paid per lead there.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. So there's 3 payment models: cost per lead, cost per acquisition. Yeah, they're saying anywhere from $5 to $50 per lead, and then per acquisition, 100 to 300. I don't know. I mean, you kind of blend those two together. $200 kind of fits the bill, but also we're not sure what these numbers as far as like the cost per leads, the amount of traffic. I'm not surprised it backs out to 200. For it all. So they probably have a formula down. If they're spending that much money, okay, here's the best part. We know that it works, right? Because we've seen that these guys are spending money consistently on Google. So we know that it works. So if anybody wants inspiration on what a fucking lead flow should look like, it is these guys. I'll just pull back up so we can just see it is if you looked at it independently, you'd be like, this is the dumbest site I've ever seen from an
Actually,
insurance perspective.
Steve, let me share real quick.
Oh yeah.
Let me just show you this. To your point. Well, first off, I just looked at SEMrush, and it says they've been spending since like December 23. So like, it's been over. They got about a year worth of volume that we're talking about. So that's a good indication that it's profitable and it's working. And to your point, you're like, hey, this super simple, whatever. Like, does this even work? I just did a couple searches. Okay, so this is their other site. So this thing is literally like put in your zip code, and then you got some like social proof down here with some of like these logos.
Yeah.
Look at Geico for their auto insurance. It's the same shit.
Same.
Enter your zip code. You can't even scroll down. Look at Progressive. Same shit. Put your zip code in here or whatever.
Pages. Yeah.
That's it. And this was from paid. So like I did just like charge Progressive and Geico. I think it'll be okay for that click there. But like clearly there's indication if somebody's looking for auto insurance, like they've, I would assume, done research and have like had this in market long enough for like, dude, people don't give a shit. They're just looking for these quotes.
Can you do the first step? Yeah. For any one, I'm just want to see if they're progressive. They're not progressive, but like progressive lead boxes or lead forms, just to see if like, okay, it's going to then ask a couple more questions. Do they have the bar as far as what this flow looks like? And while that's loading, maybe do it to Geico too. I'm just curious.
19121. Yep. So then it's like, all right, let's talk about you. So then like up here,
they collect information. Yeah.
Start, vehicles, drivers, final details, rates. So yep. So same. So it's literally the same shit. It's the exact same playbook here, and I guarantee it's like, hey, all people are doing right now is just quote hunting. They're just looking to see what the best price possible would be. So let's make this as easy as possible. We got to, go through these steps to get the information to like help inform what the quote's going to be. But I bet they're just like, dude, at this point, people are just looking for quotes. We do not need to overcomplicate this landing page.
Can you go back to Geico and Progressive and see what it looks like from a mobile perspective? Because these guys, I mean, their desktop is horrible, but it's really designed for mobile. So go to the first step again, and let's see if that'll refresh the size. So yeah, super straightforward. Forms above the fold. Big call to action on the button. Picture of a kid playing football, which is completely irrelevant. I'm sure they do A/B testing on that. Yeah, super straightforward. When I worked for we had a client that was in the let's say high stakes loan money, installment loans, and they could actually do paid ads back in the day. The form was super simple. It's like, how much money do you want? And then it gets into a bigger, and then it's like we captured. So it was like, how much money you want? Capture that desire. The next step was like, give me your information, very little information. And then the next step was like the big form to see if they had actually qualified, but then they could resell those leads out. So yeah, I guess rule of thumb here is like, dude, this works. It obviously works. I think it's just one of those high stakes pay to play scenario. Like the amount of money that they're spending, the connection that they have on the affiliate deal to do it.
Without question.
I'm also thinking people don't ever look at the ads all that much either, because this domain, right? Compare-cheap-insurance-quotes.com. Does that feel like an authoritative site for you? What was the ad copy that was on there? Let me see. Actually, here we go. Let me see. I'll share my screen real quick. Maybe
And
you
the
can
one
pull up.
thing before you do that I will say, I'm curious about the ad copy, but just to note while I have this up, like it always irks me or confuses me in this game of like paid media or SEO. Like write normal human speak language within your hero. Like this isn't some like let's get fun moment. This is like tell me what this page is about and what you want me to do. And that is it. I think people too often try and get like creative and crafty with like some fun, inspiring messaging, whatever. It's confusing. Stop doing that. Go right to this is what this page is about. This is why you need to fill this form out or take this action or whatever. Like get to the point right away. We don't need any like, super creative, thoughtful, whatever. Tell us what the hell the page is about, what we want us to do. That will lead to the best conversion rates, no doubt about it.
What's the CTA on that on their mobile site? The compare dash car dash fucking website.
Get my
I'm just curious if
rates.
it's even, yeah, super simple, right? Yeah, I'm just pulling it up again.
I just find too often it's like so fascinating how,
Keep
it's
it simple.
2024. This has been digital marketing and funnels have been around for years now. And some clients, you'll get on their website and you'll be like, okay, I'm on your homepage and I'm really not clear of like what your actual services are here or like what you want me to do.
Yeah. Okay, so here's their ad here. So 10 car insurance
I
quotes
don't like that
online.
headline at all.
There's another one using 10. I bet. Hmm. Maybe they're going after, like, instead of compare, you'll actually get 10 quotes. Get 15 quotes. So these guys get 15 plus quotes in 2 minutes. I guess anybody that you get multiple quotes, they're selling your money or selling your information.
Yeah.
Let's see on the top of the fold, though. Get multiple quotes in minutes. But I would say, hey, look at where they're sitting, right? There's probably something pretty sophisticated in their bid campaigns where they're at the bottom of the of it. I'm sure they're probably ranked higher in different positions, but right, I mean, Trevor, you can speak to it more. It's like sometimes you don't need to be sitting at number one. You're just paying for the premium auction. Being
Oh, no
sitting here,
doubt.
what, position 6, bottom of the page, still gets clicks and traffic, right?
And two, I actually take that back. I hate that headline. I think that makes sense in this space. If people are just price shopping and they're looking for multiple quotes to compare, I could actually see how that makes sense. And then to your point about like not being in the absolute top position, again, I would assume a lot of people in this space are just price comparing. So like they're going to click on multiple links. They're probably going to go back to that page and revisit some of these just to compare. So like if you're not in the top spot, definitely not the end of the world.
Yeah. And I'll say, too, it's like, dude, these are the same company. You know why I'm saying that? Look at
Just
the
like an affiliate, different brand.
look at the site links, right? These are site links extensions, right? Or whatever
Yep,
these are
yep.
called.
These might be call outs actually.
Yeah, but it's like the
The
same
same
full
deal. It's an
coverage, state
extension.
minimum, 2 minute quotes. They just look so similar. Maybe not, but I mean, they are filling out their ads completely. They are using extensions. It looks like they have got some decent CTAs in here. They do throw about some price points. These guys actually have reviews, which is interesting. These guys will never get reviews, so probably not the same. So a lot of like copying and of what your competitors doing. Yeah, these guys don't even have reviews, and they're still making. They have to be making a profit, obviously. Um, that's really interesting. What other keywords were they bidding on? Did you say? Let's see. Let's see what this tool
I
tells
mean, we
me.
got a bunch of different ones like cheap car insurance,
Cheap auto. I don't
American
think I did
family
that one.
insurance,
Let me
auto
search this.
insurance.
Let's see if it
They're
fires
doing
up. Obviously, I am
competitors like they're
logged
bidding on
in.
Geico.
Let me see if I go incognito real quick. Okay, here they are. They're sitting second. No, not right now. And they got a little thumbnail. That's funny. What is that? Is that an extension or is that pulling from the site?
It could be either. So like now Google does like a lot of like these auto generated ones where they'll pull from your site, but that's essentially like your image extension. So a lot of people do like your
Yeah.
logo or whatever in there, but
You
like
think
just
they're running a
a general
PMAX
image
campaign
extension.
on this? I would be fucking
Could
scared
be.
shitless to be running a $20 million PMAX campaign.
I bet they're just doing search. Like I guarantee that they're just bidding on keywords. I guarantee
Yeah, because
it.
this ad copy is not the best either. It kind of gets shrunk down, but they shrunk it up here too. Do they give it more ad copy at the bottom of the results? That's interesting. Is that typically what they do in the search results, where the
What?
bottom sponsors get more CTAs and more ad space, where then up top
It
it's
just
like shrunk
depends.
to like two different headlines? So if you
I've
look at
seen
these
it
top
both
four
ways.
ads, all they have is like not even a full ad.
I've
Hey,
honestly seen it
hey,
both ways.
Trevor, how do we fit more ads up top in the search result? Because we have
Yeah,
limited amount
right?
of pixels. Let's just reduce the amount of ad copy. That way we get a fourth advertiser in there.
True, true.
And then it's at the bottom. Who gives a shit? They're at the bottom. Let's give them as much space as possible.
Makes
It's
sense.
exactly what it is. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't put an L dot in your actual display URL. It shows it's a landing page. Okay, well, there you go. Learn, I guess, right. Learn from what people are doing, and if don't just be, I don't know, judge a book by its cover. I guess because I've looked at that form like, no way, the site's legit. But if they're spending that much money, it has to be working. So keep it simple, lead gen people. Progressive
Plus
forms.
two, I think this is one of those where like it is prime for paid search. You know, like people
Yeah.
need auto insurance, you need home insurance, like you have to get it. It's not a question, like you have to do it. So naturally people are going to be like searching for different quotes. Like I wouldn't think about this one as like a major social play, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't see somebody
Yeah.
searching on TikTok. Maybe to see if somebody like made like a hey, here's like the best insurance quotes to go with. Like it might make sense to have some like social content, but I think the vast majority of people, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You got like some of these big players in the market, like your Progressives, your Geico, your Experience. Let's just go get a quote on Google and let's just compare a couple different quotes to get the cheapest one. Um, I think this, if I had to take a guess, say if they did have 20 million in budget, I would, I would probably argue like 90% of that goes to search. Like that is the lion's share of their budget. It's just paid search, acquire these quotes, and let's keep it moving.
Yeah. It's the arbitrage. As long as you got that
I think
formula down,
too.
you just put money in the machine and you get money on the back end.
I think too. This could be one of those. This could be one of those accounts that like would rely on a very simple structure and probably has some broad match keywords in it. Like I have a client right now, like a banking client, and we literally bid on bank account as a broad match keyword. One of our top quality keywords that pulls in like online account opens because like a lot of people need that, and like Google is a bit sophisticated with how to match that. So I could totally see them bidding on like auto insurance, car insurance, home insurance, broad match, and just arbitraging their way to profitability.
Yeah, and I think you brought up a point earlier too that it's kind of the niche inside this lead gen business, right? It's a service that is required to have, right? Auto insurance, banking. Everybody needs a bank, right? I think that kind of mindset, maybe when a user goes in and does their research, like they know they need to take an action on an item because they finally have to go find a bank account or get car insurance. Um, so I think those are going to be higher kind of conversion rate numbers that are coming through versus someone that's like lead gen and I'm trying to figure out like the best CRM that I want to use, right? That's kind of researching phases, etc. It's not required to have. So I think there are some kind of nuances behind the search and the behavior that a user is going to take. Because one is more of a have to have it, and the other one is like I'm doing research so I can get it, but it's not a requirement per se. Does that make sense?
Yep, 100%. Yeah.
Wild. That was
It's so
cool.
cool. It's like so interesting to see that there's still like in this day and age some random like whatever that was compare auto insurance quotes like whatever like just a brand that you don't know anything about and it's clearly like an affiliate play or just a
Yeah.
lead gen play and they're still in the game doing it. Like it's cool
Yeah,
to see that there's like actually some of that stuff like still going on.
sure. And I think another thing to kind of pull out too, like outside of like the paid ads, um, what's also going on here in like the organic section is kind of interesting. Where it's like, hey, the term was cheap auto insurance, but look at all my results. I'm in California. They know where I'm at. I'm in incognito, but they still know my IP. So all the organic results are tailored for California. So it's like you can rank for cheap auto insurance, but you have to have business in that area. Can't just even create a page for that. Even if you're like outside the business and then resell it, this doesn't
Yeah.
really work anymore. So like heavy geo targeting, that is configuration that's going in a search result for a term like cheap auto insurance, right? So that's something to keep in mind for geographical issues. What I did notice to pull out, it is a mix of like, okay, here's a brand, a Gov website. I don't ever remember seeing a Gov website posted in here. It's like Google needs to save their asses. Like, hey, we threw a government website in there. They're good search results. Um, this one probably is a Legion. I'm not sure what this one is. NerdWallet, that's a big, big brand, kind of aggregator, right? This has been a controversy for the last year or so. Reddit is in every search result these days. It's kind of crazy.
Why is that
But even
controversial?
it's well, I think it's because Google. I mean, why is it there? Is because Google saw that people were searching for things and then appended Reddit afterwards. So Google says like, well, instead of you having to do that search, yourself, we'll just show you that. I think it's just people are like, well, that's kind of a lot of reliance on just like one form, for that information. Um, so it's just weird because it siphons a lot of traffic off the search result page. Like I want someone to, I don't know, I think it'd be fair for other businesses that Reddit didn't appear so that you can get to the other search results because it's a huge section that pops up. And so Reddit's going to take that traffic. My
Yep.
business is not going to get that traffic. If they search Reddit afterwards, sure, show them Reddit. But like, why you got to show them Reddit now?
I got you. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? This is interesting though
Yeah.
too. Like this was a geographical query for California. So they dissected the Reddit thread and found the geographical intent for it. That was interesting. You have
You
your map
you know what's
results.
also interesting here too? If you go up to that Reddit piece,
Yeah,
I think this is a good call out. So if you are in, paid search and you're doing lead gen, if you Google some of your keywords, these can give you some golden nuggets. Like this is discussions and forums, similar to like a people also ask section. Google has so much data off of these queries, they will know what other searches after that are and what people are actually looking for, or like at least like large percentages of that traffic. So you could look at that people also ask section or that forum section, and then maybe in that hero section, like you answer all of those immediately right next to your form, or at least put it on
yeah,
your landing page. Like I wouldn't say, go crazy and make it a super complicated landing page, but if you can get some insights that people are looking for, like cheapest coverage, or um, can a teenager like so maybe
yeah. If you
how can
click
a
in here, you see
teenager
all
or
these
young adult
questions. There you go.
get that? Maybe you put up top in that hero section, like adults or teenagers, like get their quotes, whatever that messaging is, but to quickly kind of answer some of those, I think that could help improve your conversion rates on your landing page, where like Google's already telling you what some of these other pain points are that people are looking for, or what other searches they do. Answer that right away on your landing page. That I guarantee that leads to increased conversion rates.
That's a good point. I never realized or noticed the forum section as a link in the search results. Um, I don't know if that's new or not.
I don't know how
I don't
new that
ever
is.
use
I've
it.
definitely seen it before, but yeah, I'm right there with you. I
But
don't know
here's
if
the
that's
funny
super new
part,
or not.
right? Like, here's the funny part. Okay, you have Reddit and you have Quora, right? Very, very well known forums. Look at all the rest of them. Like, fuck, why even include them? No one's clicking on this stuff. Bob,
No.
the oilguy.com. Um, Stack Exchange maybe. Bogglehead.org. It seems so funny because I just don't think these are going to be as high of quality compared to like these two sites. They just renamed this forums to like Reddit/Quora. That would be more helpful, I think.
Yeah, right.
Because even when they pull into the search results, they're not pulling. They're not going to pull from those other sites in there. I guarantee it, because those are always sitting on top, and that's kind of how these. It's kind of how the this all page works. They pull in the tops from all of these other places, and they fit it into here, and they give it a section. So it's like if you rank high on web, you'll be the top search results, as you can see here. Right here's the top search results for web. Same thing for forums. Flights doesn't make sense, but I think there's maps. Like if I do maps, that's going to be what shows up in the map section. That's they kind of stack it all together in this one
Yep.
all page. Some people don't know that. So yeah, here's the map results for it. Here's the people also ask. This is a great section, like you said, to pull questions and then answer them in your CTAs, etc. It's also a great area for SEO to kind of figure out what you should maybe put into your FAQ section on that page that you're trying to rank better.
Yep.
Another Gov site, which is interesting. So two Gov sites on the first page, but you don't really see. So like of all of these listings, where are the true actual? Oh wait, this search result got changed. Where's the paid ads? That's funny. Here's one. Mercury Insurance is legit, like not an aggregate or reseller, right? So there's one, and then I think I saw Liberty Mutual 2. So on the first page of Google for cheap auto insurance, there are two brands that sell directly to consumers. I believe that both of those do. That's pretty crazy as an individual brand. Like, that's tough. I bet there's more on the second page, though. Yeah, there you go. Geico, General, Direct. It's kind of how that works. The second page of Google, there'll be a lot more brands rather than the mix. Because I think even in the organic search results, there's classifications to sites, right? Be it aggregators, be it actual brands, etc., that they have a diversity of like a quote of like, hey, we need 2 of these, 2 of those, and 3 of these. That's our first page of the search results.
Yep.
And so it's like when you're fighting for the first page in Google for an individual, for like in your brand, there's only 2 spots potentially, and it's dynamic for each search result too. So, just wanted to call that out.
Also, the other thing to kind of note here as well on the results page is like, do you have any that have ads in them? You know, an
Not
example
right
that you can
now.
pull up with an ad.
Let
Do
me
like
let me
whatever car
research.
insurance or
Here, I'll just pull this back
get
up.
some ads to pull up. So this
This is
one,
what I did before. Yeah.
I think we talked about this before, but like if you think about, and this might not be a great example because it's, like we're saying, auto insurance, and people are naturally just going to click a bunch of different links. You have to get it, etc. So like they're going to be doing some price shopping, but like, again, if you think about that concept, a lot of the like messaging is going to be pretty similar. People are going to be looking for low cost rates, whatever. Like there's going to be a clear theme of pain points to kind of highlight in your copy. Look at all of these ads, all using title case. I think a good opportunity would maybe not use title case and go a little bit opposite and maybe try and make your ad look a little bit more natural. I don't know. I think if you had to go into this space and it's extremely competitive, cost per clicks are really, really expensive, it's just a pure volume game. I think if you could differentiate your ads in any way possible, consider not using title case to try and stand out a bit more. Maybe consider like using an interesting like actual image. You can't use text in your images right now, so like I'm surprised to see like that one actually has some text in there. But like I don't know, I would just be kind of thinking of ways of like how can we make these ads look different than the normal standard players, and maybe not using title case. So like description lines, don't title every single word in your descriptions and your headlines. Maybe it makes it a little bit natural. Maybe you see like a little like uplift in click through rate, which if you're spending 20 million a month and you have a slight uptick in click through rate, you're talking about thousands of clicks or hundreds of clicks that you just gained right there.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's
I don't
really
know. I'm just
interesting
leaning
call
towards
out.
like not title case as much anymore because I think it's I don't know, looks a little bit like salesy, like an ad. But if you don't have title case, I don't know. It looks a bit more natural to me.
Yeah, you know what I want to do real quick? I know we're going to be stacked up on time here close, but
Look at the people
um,
also asking that results though. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
sorry,
That
I
was
moved
really
away.
cool.
Yeah.
Are you going on
Sorry,
Bing
what
now?
was? Yeah, I'm just curious to see if we see that same player here. God, Bing ads are so deceptive. This is an ad, people. It says ad very small right there. So
I
so
don't know why
fucking hard.
Google doesn't like do that. They used to have that. It used to be blue, and then they did it, and now it says sponsored above. Like you, to
Yeah,
your point, you don't know that that's an ad, or it's like very difficult to
yeah.
understand that
Quote
that's an
Wizard
ad.
was there for sure.
Yep,
Um, I'm trying to see whether
I
sometimes you
respect that
throw
from Bing actually a lot.
web express lanes. Okay, here's an ad, not them. So I don't see them bidding on the first page for that same keyword.
You know what's interesting is this one, no data to back this up, but I would assume Google probably is the breadwinner here for search terms and just overall volume. I would assume a lot of people who are, their computers are defaulted to Bing, like they're not looking for auto insurance during the day. And that's probably a weekend search or a night search. Again, no data, but if I had to make a guess here, I'd probably say Google just naturally um, gets the lion's share of a lot of these brands' budgets.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't see Value Penguin on the result in Google, so maybe Value Penguin has found their little like niche in Bing. I'm just
Yeah,
curious to see what this looks like. Oh nope, found him.
got them. Got them.
Just different
So they
domain.
have a couple different brands out there that they're playing with. That's really interesting.
Whoa! But look at it says Value Penguin by Lending Tree. The plot thickens. This is the
I'm.
exact same website.
That's so interesting.
It's
I
got the
don't think there's
same
any like
router.
literally the same
It still
thing,
has
pretty much.
it's the same like page just duplicated across. What's in their privacy policy? Whoa!
Look at that Bing Yahoo. So
No,
they're doing
look where
like
this
Yahoo text
went.
ads.
This went to a different website. It went to platforms blob.corewindows.net. What is this? Why would it be on? What is this website? What is Windows.net?
So you think
What?
somebody or some brand just has all of these different affiliates that just kind of like rolls up under their umbrella?
Yes. What was the URL of the original one? Let me get that out. I'm gonna see something real quick. Copy link.
It's in
So
chat.
let's. I got it here. So here we go. Let's click on their privacy policy. It goes to the same privacy policy. So this is Lending Tree. They can't hide the print completely. So Lending Tree is the one that's actually spending the money to
Love
be able to
that.
sell ads.
Makes total sense that
This
you
is
have a
a
big brand
weird.
because that's some big
This
money
is
there.
super weird with this privacy policy page, though. Um, like if you look at them, let me go right here. It's exact same URL, just a different BN like pending, and the logo changes. It's just a logo change. So if I do this, it probably Quote Wizard is part of them. So that's the other thing here too, right? Quote Wizard was on the first page of Google in ads, and I think they're here in Bing too. Um, isn't it not allowed for the same company to buy ads for the same keywords, right? Because it's kind of like you're saturating the market. It's just the same company buying two ad spots.
Like I will say, if you have, let's say, like Quote Wizard, like they couldn't have a Google Ads account as Quote Wizard verified, and then another Google Ads with Quote Wizard verified, and then bidding on the keyword. Like Google wouldn't allow that. Like you need one hub for that ad account here. So maybe that's their gaming of the system. Is like
How
they're
how do
operating on
they
these other brands.
Yeah, I wonder if these are actual like legal brands or something like that that they get around that because of the part of the verification process.
It's
Um,
got to be. I was just going to say, like, Google now requires verification, and Bing is doing the same there. So, like, you actually have to like upload like an EIN number for like whatever that brand is.
and they couldn't
So,
be the
I
same
would
EIN
assume this is
numbers,
their
right?
gaming of the system.
Yeah. So these guys, Lending Tree, let's be very clear about that. We found three properties: Quote Wizard, this Value Penguin, and the first one we looked at,
The
Compare
cheap auto
Cheap.
insurance,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
I don't know how that's a brand. Actually, what happens when I clicked on that one's from what was their privacy policy there? Yeah, it's I guess just who they are. I'm sure there's other ones out there. Um, you could probably look at the code here and see
And its
what
subsidiaries and
query.
affiliates. Yep.
Let's see if this thing dynamically switches out. I'm no coder here. Top logo. I could go ask and see how that gets. Yeah, it's getting pulled in because they have a cheat sheet IHQ. There should be a load here. There's probably a JavaScript or something that fires that would then change it out. I'm not smart enough to pull that off, but I'm sure you could probably detect what other queries are going to be pulled that you could pull in, and you can find out how many they are. But regardless, okay, so this one brand is spending probably a ginormous amount of money. If there's have three potential, we only found three. There could be more. Three lead gens buying ads on Google for very expensive cost per clicks. They're doing it for a reason. It works. Are they reselling the leads, etc.? They probably have, that's crazy. That's a lot of money.
And this is why Google prints $40 billion a quarter. Because, like, think about just
It's
how
like
much money is
predatory,
just
man.
in this vertical, in this space alone. You know,
Yeah, let's
just like
say
absurd amount.
yeah, it's like, dude, you would never want to do ads for this because like it's stacked up against you if you got three competitors or
If
three
you're a starter
competitors that are the
brand,
same competitor.
yeah, like if you're just getting into this space, stop it with search. Don't even think about it. Think about like ranking organically. Think about like influencers, your content, whatever. You're not going to be in this game very long on the search side. I mean, I guess you could, you know what I mean, and just have like a little budget, but like I don't know, the vast majority of volumes get scooped up by these big players here.
Yeah, this is just I don't know, man. You dig into more of the I guess the dirtier it feels, to be honest. Um,
Just a scheme, just an absolute scheme of a funnel here.
yeah.
All right, well, I do got to jump, so
Yep.
I think we're gonna have to
We're
call
good.
it there.
Lending Tree, we found your ads, bro.
Did we found you? All right, well, last what I'll title this this episode is like Lending Tree's scheme, funnel scheme, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it works,
Well,
but
hopefully you got some value out of this one. Keep those heroes simplified, please, and stop with like the nonsense language. Let's keep it very simple on those landing pages, and pull in some of that. People also ask content and copy for your page there. I think that'll be helpful.
right on.
Alrighty there, folks. It's been real. Another one in the books here.
See you later, guys.